starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Alban. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Something through different eyes.
Yo, 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 this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Alban here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Electrified, my friend. Electrified.
Yeah.
How are you?
Dude, I'm in the zone, man.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great tonight. It's summertime. I mean, it's a bit hot outside, but you know what? I was reflecting back on how cold it was at certain points this year, and I'm like, I'll take the heat every time.
Hell yeah, man. After an 8-month winter, we'll take the heat a little bit here.
Right. But no, dude, I'm in the zone. I'm happy, dude. It's episode 80 tonight, man.
80. That's right. We're in the 80s.
Right, man. But, dude,
Wow.
Dude, what have you been up to this past week?
Well, you know, getting readjusted back to the day gig after a couple weeks off. Still got the little guy for, a couple days and getting ready to head back, man. I'm just doing that and readjusting to regular life with the work thing and rushing home to hang out with him for a little while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, dude, last Friday, I actually went down and saw Jack McNutt at Island Music Company.
Yeah.
If you didn't see the picture, I got a new amp.
I saw that.
Yeah, there it is, man. It's chilling.
Oh, there. Yeah, live and in person. It's right there.
Yeah. So hats off to Jack McNutt. Awesome customer service for your boy.
That's right.
And I got the new PRS MT15 amp, man. It's pretty cool, man. I'm digging it. It's just a whole new sound I've been playing with, and then I'm going through the tube amp expander that Boss makes, the Wazacraft.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that thing. Dude, but I couldn't imagine not having it with a tube amp now.
Right.
Dude, you can load it up hot and heavy, man, and just crank it, and it won't bust your ears. That's one feature, but also all the built-in effects and rigs you can make.
It's a beautiful piece. I mean, the way it's constructed and the way it just looks. I like that matte finish on it, where it's not, I don't know how to explain it, people.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful looking. I mean, it's nice.
It's cool, man. It's real cool. But so, yeah, hats off to Jack McNutt, man. Got that from him. And, dude, cranked it all weekend long, man. Rung in the holiday. I was off on the day gig, like went back today. It's weird how my schedule works this week. I got to work tomorrow during the day gig, and then I'm off again for the rest of the week.
Come on.
Well, no, because usually I'm off this whole week.
Right.
But I had two pressing things come up that I couldn't get out of, so I had to man up and just do what you got to do to get it done.
Yeah, it was good seeing you at the day gig today.
Yeah, so I got today's business accomplished. I got to get tomorrow's business accomplished. Then I'm off again for another 4 days. Enjoy the rest of the holiday, and see everybody on the premiere Thursday. That's what I'm saying, man.
That's what it's all about, man.
Right. But no, that's what I was up to. Other than that, I got some real cool pictures of myself out on the back deck watching fireworks. Trish snapped this really cool picture we put out there on my Facebook feed, and it was well received because it was a really awesome,
It was
unique
a great
picture.
shot, man. Great shot.
Yeah, so I enjoyed fireworks at my house. Didn't even have to leave, man, because all my neighbors, they're pyros, man.
Oh yeah.
That's how you know. That's how you learn about your neighbors.
I love
it. Was
it.
on July 4th, because the bigger display of fireworks, the more guns they own.
The more noise you can make later, because they're not going to contest it.
Right. So now, dude, there's some awesome displays in the neighborhood. I got to just set it back on the back deck and watch them, man.
I love that. I love that about Maryland. It's like, hey, guys, remember, fireworks are illegal in Maryland. Maryland's like, hold my beer, dude.
Right.
Hang on a second.
I'll drive 3 hours, motherfucker.
We got this.
Some fireworks. Yeah. Dude, Phantom Fireworks in Pennsylvania was sold out.
I believe it.
So that's how many people went from Maryland went there.
God, you gotta love it.
But yeah, that was the weekend, but I'm back in it, man. But dude, let's recap last week's show, then we'll set up this week's show, then we'll get cranking and have an awesome episode 80. What do you think?
I'm ready, man.
So dude, you know what I do? I pop my first one every week for last week's guest. So last week's guest was our 4th of July special. So special shout out Vinny Barbarino, Carly Zakutney, Jack McNutt for coming on the show, hanging out, answering some questions, and being themselves, man. It was an awesome show. Everybody was tuned in, and we had a great time with it,
Great
man.
time.
It was fun, man. So this is for them.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us last week. We really enjoyed it. We had a great time. We couldn't have a better 4th of July spectacular here. So,
Yeah, man, it was cool. I got to see everybody's pictures. Carly's band played on 4th of July. She was in that 4th of July get-up costume that she had. That was awesome. The band was playing. So shout out to Rob Blake, Jim Kobe, Steve Pence, Rick. And
Rob
Carl.
Lehman.
And Rob Lehman, yeah.
Right.
He was on the keys singing, doing his thing.
Oh, yeah.
Being Rockin' Rob.
Rockin' Rob.
Right. Dude, 3 Days of Rain has more band members than some families. More than some family members, man.
And we love it.
Yeah, and they're all flexing their gear on stage. I love it, dude. It's good stuff, man. It's
Yeah.
good stuff. So it was fun, man. So that was last week's show. It was awesome. So send off to the July 4th Spectacular.
That's
man.
right.
So this week's show, what we're going to do is this. In just a moment, we're going to fire up the phone system, get Mr. Higgins on, David Higgins, for Higgy on the beat. Higgy Higgins, our buddy Higgy. What do you think about that, man?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad he's back this week.
Yeah, man, you ready for the 10-ounce, 12-pack sampler?
Absolutely.
I got a preview on the next page, and it looks awesome again.
Oh, yeah, sneak peek.
Dude, it's back. Dude,
It's back.
Southern Maryland just was waiting. They're like, yeah, we got the bands. So we're going to get a Higgy on the beat, find out about that. Then we're going to talk it up for a second. Then we're going to transition into the Island Music Guitar of the Week this week. And it's that beautiful PRS SE Hollow Body 2 with special piezo pickup. It's a special deal about this one. So it's pretty cool. So Guitar of the Week this week. It's hot. Everybody's all about it. The pictures are out there and people are digging it. The Guitar of the Week the Guitar of the Week this week is cool. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. Then after that, we'll get the phones cranking again for Sean Kirkpatrick, Sean in 60 seconds. And we're talking the Lincoln Park conspiracy. So that's on tap.
Yeah, I think this may be our first conspiracy topic.
Yeah, that involves
ever
a band.
on our show.
Yeah, and it involves a band. So
I like this.
we're allowing it. So it's going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, we're allowing it, right?
Why not, man? It's fun. It's fun. Anyway,
I'm thinking, my mind's racing a million miles an hour, man.
how Sean's going to do it.
I'm trying to do the disclaimer of the views of Sean Kirkpatrick do not reflect the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru show.
Yeah, we're just listening to him talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that'll be Sean in 60 seconds this week. And then right after that, we'll take a break. Then we're going to come back and set up the new song from the Gods Hate Texas, Snowday.
There it is,
We're
man.
going to listen to it with you guys. Then we're going to get Catherine and Ken on from the Gods Hate Texas to talk all about the song and the process and all that good stuff. Because I believe Ken is the mastermind at the studio.
That's correct.
So we're going to get his point of view on how to engineer it. Catherine does a wonderful job singing it, so I'm glad she's going to be on the phone to talk to us about that.
Yep.
And then we'll find out about it, man. I'm excited, man.
Me too, man. It's this is Catherine's second appearance on the show,
That's right.
and Ken's first appearance, and of course we have Dave Cornwell and Dave Barbie on a few times apiece.
Right.
And we just are, we've talked over the last few months about them premiering their first song with us, and they've kept to their word. So we're going to have that for you tonight.
Right. And I got the song. I've listened to it already. I put the Facebook post out last night.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for everybody to hear it. It's well done. I really like it. So I can't wait till we get to that part. But and that's the show tonight, man.
Stellar show, man.
Right. Every week, man. Something new, man. It's pretty cool, dude. I'm digging the new format. Real streamlined, and we're keeping the timing just right for everybody, man. But Thursday nights are a hoot with everybody. I want to take that out right now. But
Yeah.
talk to the audience real quick before we get Higgy on.
Sure.
Our one thing this week. So I want to ask the audience that's listening, what's your favorite brand of instrument?
Oh, wow.
Write that in the comments.
There you go.
And if you're not a musician, just write the most relevant brand of instrument that you can think of off the top of your head.
Okay.
So even if you don't play, you can still play this game.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
that's the question this week. What's your favorite brand of instrument if you're a musician? If you're not a musician, what's the first instrument brand that comes to your mind?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that in the comments.
That would be very cool to hear. I like this.
You like that?
Yeah, I like this.
And next week, I'll let you come up with a question. How
All
about
right.
that?
Hey, I like this too.
You down with that, man?
I'm down with
Or
that,
can
man.
you handle that responsibility?
Oh, I think I can handle that responsibility.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm going to look forward to when it's my week every other week.
Right,
Because
right.
I've got some doozies that
That's
the crowd
fine.
would love to answer.
Right. And it's got to be, the answers have to be simple so people can type quick.
Absolutely.
So no quadratic equations divided by the divisible and liberty of all.
I'll make it to where they're pretty much going to be a nice one-word answer.
Oh, perfect. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Keep it simple.
So that's talk to the audience.
Right. Talk
So-
to the audience.
So yeah, that's
A
fun.
new segment, apparently.
Right. Well, I'll give my answer. First instrument brand Fender.
Yeah.
What do you got, buddy?
We're Fender guys here.
Yeah,
I'm
there
sorry.
it is. I love all the other brands, but
There's
Fender.
no secret. That's the top one for us.
Right. Yeah. So that's cool. All right, dude. Give me some soothing tones for Mr. Higgins, and I'll get the phone system
All
cranking.
right. Hey, good evening, everybody. We've got David Higgins, Higgy on the Beat from the Southern Maryland Chronicle, on next on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
Good evening, Gurus.
Hey, Higgy, what's happening, buddy?
Good evening, sir.
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, we're in the studio cranking, doing our thing, man. We're glad to have you on the program back this week. I know last week was your all these procedures, man.
Yeah, still not working right.
Oh, dude, I pain for you, man.
That's the problem with getting old.
Dude, it's like an old car, man. Got to keep everything going.
Yep.
Well, forgive the pun, but it's great to have you back.
Thank you, Mr. Alban.
Well, dude, Higgy, let's just jump into it, man, because this week's schedule looks insane.
All right. Good evening, Southern Maryland. I'm Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Southern Maryland Chronicle newsroom. This weekend will be in the low 90s, and thunderstorms are expected. As you can see, this past week, it's been really hot during the day, really humid. Those storms pop up in late afternoon, and we've had some severe storm damage all through Southern Maryland. Torrential floodings as of taping Tuesday night. Some areas saw upwards of 10 inches of rain. So you got to be careful when you're going to be out this weekend, especially if you're out on the water or if you're near the water. You will see flooding.
Oh, dude, down on let's see if I could get this right. Not Route 6 and Route 5, but Route 235 and 5. Is that right?
Yeah.
Dude, flooded. They had it
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah. That place doesn't flood as much as it used to because they've done a lot of work there. But when it does, it really gets up there.
Yeah.
Insane.
Right, then Upper Marlboro flooded out.
Yeah. And then the other thing you got to think about it, they're predicting storms every day all week because of this heat and humidity.
Yeah.
Now, when you come into the weekend, this ground's going to be saturated. It's not going to hold any more water.
Right.
Which means that some of these trees are going to be loose.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have to be, if we start getting those winds like we saw Monday night into Tuesday, 50, 60 mile an hour winds, you're going to see a lot more trees coming down. So if you're going to be out and about, or even if you're at home, just be careful, be mindful of what's going on, making sure you got, stuff put away. When you hear those alerts on your phone, on your Facebook, wherever you see them, I try and get them up as fast as I can, but they come from so many different areas that you should be able to hear it when it comes.
Gotcha.
Just be mindful of what's going on around you.
I understand that.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, where are we at? So let's get started with what's on tap this weekend in Maryland with your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler, courtesy of Lynn Arion. On Friday, 6:30 p.m., John Lusky will be at Stoney's Clark's Landing in Hollywood. At 7 p.m., Seabreeze Tiki Bar in Mechanicsville, you got The Revival. And at 8 p.m., Toots Bar, Hollywood, Maryland, you have the Bradley Turner Band. On Saturday, Rod and Rio at Chesapeake Beach, you got John Lusky again at 6 p.m. Last Drop Country Bar, you got Philip Michael Parsons at 8. Also at 8, over at Seabreeze, you got Backstage Pass. At Toots, 8 p.m., you've got Drivetrain. And the Tavern in St. Leonard, 8 p.m., Hydra FX. All right, my screen moved. Hold on. There we go.
All right.
On Sunday, Tap House 1637 in California, you got 10 Alder Band playing at 1 p.m. At 2 p.m., the Pier in Solomons, you got Billy Breslin. At 3 p.m., Stars and Bars at Seabreeze Tiki Bar. And closing out the weekend, the Small Town Throwdown is back at Toots Bar. You've got Robbie Kidwell, Jason Mitchell, and John Lusky, and that will be at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
That is always a great show if you can get out to see that.
Small Town Throwdown.
I love that.
Yeah, man. That's good shit.
Yep, those are always great. You know, they always have, 3, maybe 4 guys listed, but it always ends up other people show up. They've already played their shows for the weekend. Sundays are a little bit quieter. You don't see a lot of full bands. You see more acoustic acts. So people get around, go out and see things, and you end up having a dozen singers there and players. So
I love seeing Jason Mitchell's name on this list again, man.
yes, it is nice to see him back out there.
The
Yes.
bitch.
The
Hey,
Mitch.
The Mitch. All right, a little music history. July 9th. 1954, Elvis Presley recorded Blue Moon of Kentucky, the B-side of his first single, at Sun Studio in Memphis, Tennessee. Presley had recorded the A-side, That's All Right, 4 days earlier. 1958, Johnny Cash signed with Columbia Records, where he would remain for the next 30 years, releasing over 60 albums.
60.
1972, Paul McCartney and the Wings played their very first show in the small French town of Chateau-Villon. The band included Denny Lane, Denny Sewell, Henry McAuliffe, and Paul's wife, Linda. It was McCartney's first time on the road since the Beatles quit touring in '66. The band traveled on a double-decker London bus with a psychedelic interior.
Wow, of course they did.
And in 1995, the Grateful Dead gave their last concert with leader Jerry Garcia at Chicago's Soldier Field. Garcia would die of a heart attack about a month later while in a drug rehab.
I remember that, man.
Yeah, he went out with a bang, man.
Yeah, I remember seeing the concert, not being there, but seeing it I believe it was probably MTV.
Yeah.
You saw some stuff from it.
I definitely remember watching some part of it on MTV, on some TV of some time. I can't remember the details, but I definitely remember it.
Yeah, it was back when MTV actually showed music.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is now.
And to think that was 95, so you're talking, 25 years ago? Yeah,
25.
25 years ago.
Yep.
Good grief.
I know.
All right, we got some notable birthdays today. None in Southern Maryland that I know of.
All right.
But in terms of musicians, 1946, born on this day in Forfar, Scotland, Bon Scott, Ronald Belford Scott, singer with the Australian rock band AC/DC from 74 and until his death in 1980. He was brought up in Kirriemuir before moving to Melbourne, Australia, with his family in 52 at the age of 6. Having arrived from Bonnie, Scotland, he was dubbed Bon, and the nickname stuck. After a night of heavy drinking, Scott was found dead in the backseat of his friend's car in South London on February 19, 1980. The cause of his death subsequently listed as acute alcohol poisoning.
Damn. He went out like that.
Yep. 1964, American singer, songwriter, and actress Courtney Love, who was a notable presence in the punk and grunge scene in the 90s. She married Kurt Cobain from Nirvana on February 24th, 1992. And in 1975, Jack Gillis, known as Jack White, guitar vocals for the White Stripes, with the 2003 UK #1 album Elephant, spent 46 weeks on the UK chart. Also a member of the Raconteurs and the Dead Weather. And that's a weekly wrap on your music news. Check me out on facebook.com/Higgy on the beat. And as always, follow the Chronicle on Facebook at facebook.com/SOMD Chronicle or southernmarylandchronicle.com for all your local, state, and regional news, weather, and sports.
Damn, Higgy. That's awesome, dude.
It's a quiet day in music history. If any of you have been following the Facebook page, I've been trying to put a lot more of the history up every day. And I have noticed, looking at this week, that was a slow day for music history for some reason.
It happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the schedule this week's killer, man. There's
Yeah,
great
it was a
talent.
nice schedule. Lynn just sent me a little bit. But, it's coming up middle of July now, after the 4th of July weekend. Everything's kind of getting back into the groove,
Yeah.
Everybody's reopened at their 50%. They know what they can do, what they can't do. They've got their staffs back. Everybody's kind of worked those little kinks out. So, should be some good times.
Yep, exactly, brother. And we appreciate you coming on every week, man.
Yep.
Well, cool.
It's glad to be back.
Exactly.
I'm glad to be back.
Right, man. Well, we'll be in touch, dude, and
Yep.
I look forward to next week, all right?
All right, I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great show.
All right,
buddy.
Higgy. Peace.
All right, bye.
All right, later. Bye. And there he goes, man.
All right, Higgy on the beat, man.
Dude, what an awesome segment, man.
Very great.
The 10-ounce 12-pack sampler. Lusky's doing a hat trick. Motherfucker's playing every day this week.
Oh, yeah.
Weekend.
He ain't wasting no time, man.
Dude, he's out there, small town throwdown, but the end this weekend, he's doing the small town throwdown.
That's right, man.
He goes hard, man.
The
Goes
hat trick.
hard. Dude, the hard, man. He's like, I'm back, man. I'm back, Dan. I'm like, yeah, man. But that's cool, man. Dude, I always feel good when I hear Higgy, man. Even though you did a fantastic job last week with the read, dude.
Yeah, I enjoyed
it. It was
that.
cool, man.
That's what I'm here for, man.
Right, that was awesome. But I love having Higgy.
Yeah,
on,
of
man.
course. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
He adds that flair.
Right. I got real quick, buddy.
All
Three
right.
quick incoming. He said he had no birthdays. I got 3 real quick that just came in, hot off the press.
Oh, wow, cool.
And I'd like to announce real quick,
dude,
people.
special Guru Break with Dan Alban.
That's right. I'd like to wish these 3 individuals a happy birthday here this week. As of taping Thursday night, right here.
All right.
We're going to give it up to Speedy White.
Hey,
And that's significant because he's part of the show.
That's right.
With his music in the background.
And speaking of that, real quick, met up with him a couple weeks ago at his studio previewing his stuff.
Oh, did you now?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for calling me.
Well, yeah, dude. It was one of them things, dude. I knew you were busy with the boy.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't going to disrespect that time.
I gotcha.
With what we were doing. So now I ran up to where he was recording at, checked out his stuff and his tracks, man, and it's pretty cool, man. And he's gonna be ready in the fall to come back on and have more stuff for us to play.
Nice.
And I got to hear it, man, and it's sounding good, man. He's doing it right, dude. He's taking his time,
Exactly.
doing it right. And I actually picked up a piece from him right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Look at that.
That's what I'm saying,
I
dude.
see what's
Another
going on here.
Craigslist caper.
Exactly. I
Went
see
down.
what's going on now.
Right. So,
I know how to add 2 and 2, put them together.
Right, but now we were talking about different things, but now do the other 2 birthdays.
All right, yeah. Let me knock this out real quick, and then Friday, tomorrow from taping, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Ricky McWilliams on his birthday for Friday.
Oh yeah, man.
Past guest.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got shout out Ricky, man.
Got to give it up
Happy
for him.
birthday.
Happy birthday. And finally on Saturday, July 11th, got to give it up to my man Steve Pence.
Oh yeah, bass player. 3 days
Got to
away.
give it up to Steve Pence.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So happy birthday, guys. I just threw that. It was hot off the press. We got to get it in there, man.
Right.
Show the love.
No, but dude, I can't wait for Speedy to have all his stuff ready, man. It's gonna be cool. It sounds great, man, and he's doing it right, man. He's putting the time in, and he kind of blew my mind with what he was doing with the drums and everything.
Oh, wow.
With all the different stuff and all the stuff he's doing. I was like, dude, he's a
one-man fucking
dude,
gang.
he's got the electronic set up because his room doesn't. Who wants to mic up an acoustic kit every night?
Yeah.
So he has that, man, and he just does it, man, and it's perfect. So yeah, it's coming, dude. It's awesome, and shout out to Speedy. So that's
Sweet.
cool. All right, dude. But let's do Guitar of the Week. What do you think?
I'm ready.
All right, man. So Guitar of the Week brought to us by Island Music Company in La Plata, Maryland, Charles Street. I highly recommend everybody go there. Make that your place to shop for all your musical needs. But this week we have the PRS SE Hollow Body 2 Piezo in the color Peacock Blue. Dude, this hollow body packs major tonal versatility. For many years, if you wanted a PRS hollow body with a piezo system, you had to save up enough money for an American-made PRS. But now, you can get a PRS hollow body with a piezo system in the more affordable SC line. This workhorse of an electric guitar produces an array of tones that can cover any genre. This popping instrument features a figured maple top and back with mahogany sides, a tone wood cocktail that delivers extra clarity and warm resonance. The SC Hollow Body 2 Piezo also features a very comfortable wide fat mahogany set neck and a premium ebony fingerboard emblazoned with the iconic PRS bird inlays. You get 2 toneful 5815S humbucking pickups and a piezo round out of the design, and a piezo pickup rounds out the design. If you've been looking for a PRS SC guitar that can cover significant tonal ground, the Hollow Body 2 Piezo is the one for you, dude. And let me just tell you, playing that guitar all weekend, it was nothing but just fun, discovering different things. And yes, I played a bunch of Foo Fighters songs on it, won't lie.
Won't lie.
Won't lie. Played Foo Fighters on it. Sounded great. Didn't need that other brand. That's what's up.
Ah.
All right. So this thing was an awesome guitar. The binding work on it alone. Go to the store and check it out, because everything, I kind of hid that in the pictures. You had to look for it to see it. But that's one of those things where I'm showing you this guitar, but when you go to the store, look at the binding work, and that you can appreciate it even more. All right. Resonant, comfortable, and a thin profile hollow body design. The PRS SC Hollow Body 2 is built like no other guitar. Instead of the center block that runs top to bottom through semi-hollow guitar bodies, the SC Hollow Body 2 features only a small block that anchors the bridge. This proprietary PRS construction gives you the warm resonance of a full hollow body with the clarity, sustain, and the rock-solid stability of a semi-hollow, all in a comfortable, thin profile instrument. So if you're a solid body player, you'll feel right at home on an SC Hollow Body 2. And that's nothing but the truth right there. You can just pick it up and start playing.
Yeah.
It's a little bulkier in the back, but that's just doesn't matter. But yeah, it's awesome. The finger, it plays easy. The vintage voice 5815S humbucking pickups in the piezo system. The SC Hollow Body 2 Piezo showcases some serious sonic flexibility. Most notably is it's powered by a pair of PRS 5815S pickups that deliver vintage character with modern clarity, featuring a powerful bridge pickup and neck pickup with the perfect amount of brightness. The 5815S set packs a real sonic punch from chimey cleans to full shred. But that's not all that's hidden inside this guitar's body. It's equipped with a piezo pickup that amplifies the hollow body's acoustic tone that sets that required acoustic electric guitars. Idlen believes what the Hollow Body 2 will do the job. Dude, it was cool, man.
It sounds great.
It is an awesome guitar. Awesome guitar. Awesome guitar. Wide fat neck profile. I keep saying that week after week. Last week with the other one.
I have noticed the trend here.
That's like a real, like the PRS has spent a lot of time on this one carved design, and they're putting it in a lot of models because the players like it. Neck shapes are critical to your playing experience and a hallmark of PRS quality. The PRS SC Hollow Body is fitted with their wide, fat set neck. Perfected after years of prototyping, the wide, fat neck carve is based on designs Paul Reed Smith did in the 70s and 80s for Carlos Santana, Peter Frampton, and Howard Leese of Heart. The SC Hollow Body's premium ebony fingerboard feels smooth as glass under your fingers, and its iconic bird inlays are the calling card for this of the top-notch guitar maker, man. That's why I always do my pictures on the fretboards like that.
Right.
So here's the features at a glance. It's a hollow body electric guitar with an acoustic and electric tone capabilities. Fully hollow construction produces an extra resonant tone. Instead of having the solid center block down the whole length of the body, they only have that one block. It's got a maple top and back that add extra mid-range. The wide fat neck profile sets firmly in your hand and plays easily. The 5815 humbucking pickups deliver vintage tones with modern clarity. The piezo pickup allows you to play amplified acoustic tones.
Nice.
Super, super awesome guitar. Here's the tech specs. They call it a hollow body 2 design SC hollow body double cut shape. It's a right-handed model I had. 6 strings of mahogany with a 5-ply maple top. The body finish was gloss with peacock blue. That was the color. They call it peacock blue. It's a mahogany neck. The neck shape was wide fat, 10-inch radius. It's got an ebony fingerboard with the bird inlays, 22 frets, 25-inch scale length, 1.6875-inch nut width. A bone nut too, so solid nut material bone, doesn't degrade. It's got a PRS adjustable stop tail bridge, PRS design tuners, the 5815S humbucker pickups, and the piezo pickup. And of course it has a 1 volume, 1 tone, a piezo blend, and a 3-way mini switch, toggle switch, and 2 1/4-inch outs on the bottom, 1 for the piezo, 1 for the regular pickups. And it takes a battery, 9-volt battery, and it comes with a hard shell case.
Wow.
It's a lot to love about this guitar. A lot to love about it, brother.
Yeah. The color alone draws you right in.
Right.
And that's before you even get to all the awesome features that it has.
Right. I mean, the way I shoot my guitars, I've become everybody knows my work when they see it with the background and how I do the layouts. And this model just popped.
Right.
You know, and dude, I want them every week. I want them every week, you know.
Yeah.
But what do you think it costs, man?
You ready for this?
Yeah, we're ready. We're at that point now.
Love this part.
So let's go over this. Hard shell case.
That's right.
Hollow body.
Yeah.
Extra pickup. Piezo system. You know, it all adds up. But it is still in the affordable SC line.
That's right.
So.
The affordable SC line, but with awesome features.
Right.
I am going to say, everyone, I can already see the comments coming up with people. People are starting to guess along now.
I know. I love it.
And I love it. I love it.
Give them a second to put their guesses in.
I watched it last week on the show where the comments were popping up with the answers.
Right. I would edit in the Pink Floyd Money song while we did this part, but I don't need to be flagged for copyright again.
Yeah, we don't need all that. So I am going to go with my guess.
Yeah. What do you got?
And then after I give my guess, I'll explain how I got there.
Sure.
I'll say 1549.
Wow. Dude, that's exactly what it cost. You hit it right on the head.
And I didn't do my research.
Wow.
Because I don't research your guitar of the week for this segment.
Right.
Because it wouldn't be fair.
Right. No, dude, that's great. That's great work.
I come in unbiased without knowing ahead of time.
It's great work. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. 1549.
Yeah.
And Island got 2 of them in. They got the one that Bob Moore bought when I was there picking up the guitar of the week.
Look at that.
And the blue one I got here. So they got 1 left. The big retail chains haven't even got them yet.
Wow.
See, that's the difference when you in the music world is the independent shops get all the new gear first.
And
That's
they should.
That's the little known secret. The shops get the independent shops get the new gear first. They usually get a month, and then the online retailers get it.
I really like how they do that.
Yeah, I know PRS lives and dies by that with the certain dealer, depending on what your rank is. But I know they do a fantastic job down there. So
Yeah.
no, I mean I looked online; they're not available.
Wow.
It just says more coming, new item coming soon.
Maybe that's what. Maybe Bob knew that and said, I'm getting mine now.
I think that's exactly what he did.
And I'm
Because
gonna
I was there
support-
getting my amp, getting the guitar of the week, all that while Bob was there.
It was a great day.
Yeah, dude. So that's guitar of the week this week, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Island Music. La Plata, Maryland, you
That's
guys.
right.
You guys know.
Go check them out.
Yeah,
Go
get down
see
there.
my boy Jack McNutt.
That's right.
He'll take care of you.
That's right.
Cool. All right, transition out. Soothing tones. Let's get Sean Kirkpatrick on. We'll get him on for Sean in 60 seconds.
All right. Soothing tones. Sean Kirkpatrick. Sean in 60 seconds.
We're running.
Up next, right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
We're running, dude. We're running a little behind, but we're going to catch up.
We're going to catch up.
Oh, wait.
Good evening, gurus.
Hey, Sean, what's happening, dude?
Oh, same shit, different toilet. How are you?
I'm flushing it twice, checking it done.
Good evening, brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, Mr. Alban. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Always a pleasure when we get to talk to you every week.
I'm just happy to be here, man.
I love that answer.
Yep, me too. I really love that answer, man. That's cool. So, dude, I saw today online the post you put on Facebook about the Lincoln Park thing. So I definitely want to jump into that. So, give us the Reader's Digest quick Cliff Notes version, what the whole article was about. Real quick.
All right, so, how much do you know about Pizzagate?
I don't know anything. Dude, I live in my bubble of heavy metal, all right? And that's a bubble, all right?
So it's pretty much like the most popular topic between anyone in the millennial generation to Gen Z. Everyone's kind of talking about it right now, and it's just that whole Epstein thing. They call it Pizzagate.
All right.
So it's a child sex trafficking ring and human trafficking ring, all that other shit. There's so much involved in this, and it's ridiculous just because there's like a lot of celebrities who went to Epstein's Island that didn't even know what was going on. They just kind of went there as a vacation, and they're also on that list.
Oh wow!
But there are the majority of this is why it's such a big thing, is because everyone is kind of assuming that everybody on that list is a pedophile, and that includes people like fucking Oprah Winfrey and Bill Murray and Walt Disney and fucking the entire British royal family. Not to mention, it's run by the entire Clinton Foundation, so it's pretty much, it's pretty fucked, honestly.
All right. Well, we know that part now.
Yeah.
What has that got to do with Chester from Lincoln Park?
So that article that I was sharing about was basically, and like I said, I need sources. I don't know anything, and anytime a source pops up, it's always discredited because it's YouTube or it's some random person talking about these facts that they saw on this website and that has been changed. So it just keeps on going from being sources to hearsay. But basically what it says is that Lincoln Park, spelled properly like Abraham Lincoln Park, was a military base in Canada that supposedly did experiments on kids, and it was a part of the MK Ultra conspiracy theory, which turned out to be true. They actually do have there's CIA and FBI documents about what MK Ultra was, and it was basically just the government trying to figure out how they can use mind control to control people.
Right. All right. I'm following. All right. Bring in Chester.
Chester Bennington never knew who his parents were, and he suffered from child abuse as a kid and sexual assault and things like that. A lot of the trauma that he suffered, I guess, was blocked out. I don't know why it's just coming to light now, if he never spoke about it, or if there was some sort of NDA with his fucking record label that said that he wasn't allowed to speak about it,
Right.
Who fucking knows, right? But he was, from what I hear, producing a movie that was supposed to expose the child sex trafficking ring, and it was in cahoots. It was him and Chris Cornell that were working on it, and within 2 months of the Clinton Foundation people hearing about this movie and it becoming kind of a big topic, all of a sudden Chester kills himself, and then 2 months later Chris Cornell kills himself.
Wow. That is.
And they were partners in this movie. Like it was a known thing.
All right.
Now, did they kill themselves like Epstein killed himself, or?
Well, I mean, no, because at least they found a body with Chris Cornell, although his ribs were broken and he had multiple bruises on his head and and random places all over his body, looking like he was being tortured. According to the autopsy reports that I read anyway, but those autopsy reports were written by 3 different people, so who the fuck knows?
Oh,
Right.
It's like I said, it's just this fucking rabbit hole of he said this and she said that, and there's this one coroner who was paid by this guy to say this, and another coroner who was paid to say this about this guy, and then the autopsy report from the FBI says this, but the autopsy report from the CIA says this, and the autopsy report from the local police station says this. It's so fucked up.
Wow. Dude, I had no clue. I had no clue.
yeah, that's a lot to process.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my technique right. Shit.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's been on my mind so much lately that I've forgot that you called me already. I thought this was the test call for a second when you called me. I was like, oh fuck.
So when did that got to? So Chester is the dude's. He thinks his dad was that guy, that one guy.
It wasn't just one guy. It was an entire military base. It was a government operation.
No, he's referring to who he thinks is, or what the theory is on who his actual father is.
They have no idea. There's no. I haven't seen any reports about who they think his father actually is. From what everybody is saying, he was adopted at like adolescent age, I would say.
All right.
Into a foster family, but before that time period, there's no record of him existing, basically.
No school or nothing.
Right. Like he was just dropped into a foster family at age 10 or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird, man.
I guess they weren't counting on that foster family spending all that money to get him all that musical exposure.
Well, who's to say that the Project MK Ultra wasn't intentionally gave him or helped him with the talent, or helped him, they kind of worked in the shadows to kind of help him succeed in whatever his endeavors were. You never know. There's so many possibilities, but at the same time, you also got to think about the amount of corruption and corrupted people that would have to be at play, and how many gears that are turning at the same time.
Right.
It's hard for me to believe that humans can work that flawlessly for 50 years or 60 plus years, but then you look around, as soon as someone brings up something like, oh, Oprah Winfrey was a pedophile, they're like, oh, no way, Oprah's amazing, she's on television, of course she's not a pedophile.
Well,
Yeah.
he might have just had her on the island for cover.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? So this has been going on for 2 years, right? A year ago, I downloaded a PDF of the so-called Black Book from Epstein's so-called Black Book, and I've saved it onto my phone. And I've been occasionally just sharing it onto different forums on Facebook. Every time I post it, it gets a huge number of likes and oh, sources please, da-da-da-da. Let's see what's going on here. And everybody reads into it, and they're like, holy shit, there's a lot of names in here, and then all of a sudden the post gets deleted.
Wow.
Yeah, be careful with that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Fuck it, dude. If I end up dead, then you know it's real, because who the fuck am I?
Right, dude. I understand what you're saying by that.
Well, I've seen
I kind
the
of want
list.
them to fucking come kill me at this point.
I've
It would save me a lot of fucking hassle.
looked at this list. I've seen this list.
Did you check it twice?
And there's a lot of people on that list where you're like, dude, come on. They're not all guilty of what you think they are. They just happen to hang out.
Right, I mean, guilty by association, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that, but at the same time,
I can tell
Maybe
you
not.
this. I saw Tom Hanks' name on this list.
yeah.
And that guy's a goddamn national treasure. I'm not about to believe that he's involved in anything like that. I don't believe it.
That's the problem.
I don't believe it. Dude, when it comes to sex, anything is possible. We're humans. We're nasty, disgusting creatures when it comes to sex. And some people got to fucking screw loose.
Hold on. All right. Yeah.
Dude, and the more money you get, the more fucking weird you get.
Yeah, the more like it's just like with anything, you get a more exquisite taste or whatever you want to call it. You know, you develop your taste for whatever it is that you indulge yourself in.
Yeah, dude, it could be a thing, man.
It could be a thing.
But that's for someone else to figure out. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sean, dude, tonight this has been great this week, man. It was cool. This is what the segment's all about on this show.
You keep digging into that, man. I want to hear more.
We check in, but we'll check out real quick, man. I love it.
I got you.
All right, dude. Hey, we'll check you next week, man. All right.
For sure. You guys have a great evening.
All right, dude. We'll see you.
Be good, brother.
There he goes, dude. Sean in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
Got you something to think about this week.
Yeah, there's something to think about now.
This is too much, man. I can't worry about so much shit, man. It is. Dude, when it comes to that stuff, man, every human's possible nastiness.
Everybody's got skeletons, brother. So,
yeah, but not, who knows what went on with
But
all
it's
that.
not up for us to say. Yeah. I go in my closet, I'll find an old jacket I used to wear when I gigged out and be like, I ain't wearing that again. But yet I can't throw it away.
Yeah, right. I got you, man. Well, dude, what we're going to do is we're going to take a break, reset, come back, talk to the audience real quick, set up the new God's Hate Texas song, Snowday, let it play, and then we'll get Catherine and Ken on the phone to talk everything about the song Snowday and God's Hate Texas. How's that second half of the show gonna be?
Dude, for the first time in this show, we're going to come back with a premiere of a new song.
Right, a brand new original song by the God's Hate Texas.
So you guys and gals out there, you better not go anywhere.
Right.
You're going to want to stay tuned.
Right. So, this Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll be right back after these words. Yo, 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 Alban, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations and offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes, your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call.
Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today.
Yo, 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 Alban, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
And we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, Southern Maryland's #1 choice in music talk radio. How you doing tonight, Mr. Alban?
Excited for what we've got for everybody tonight.
That's right, dude. There's no music playing in the background now. And everybody's like, what's going on, man? It's not the Guru Show. There's no background music. Well, that's for a reason.
This is freaking me out, man.
That's right. It's pretty quiet in here. But no, what we're doing, we're going to premiere the God's Hate Texas newest song, Snowday. We're all going to listen to it together on the premiere. Then we're going to come back, get Catherine and Ken on the phone from the God's Hate Texas, and we're going to talk everything about Snowday and the making of the song. So what do you think, Alban? You ready to play it?
So excited for this, guys. Everybody, please, please sit back and enjoy this.
Exactly. So here we go. God's Hate Texas, Snowday. You're hearing it first on the Guitar Gurus. We'll be right back when it's done.
Losing daylight, approaching hour. See the sun running high and high and high. Storm moves closer, feel its power. Get on the web, we gotta ride and ride and ride. All out is a snow day. Gather the children, let's all play. Big silence, put Tommy blanket. Tick tock goes the time, the time, the time. We are all in this together. What they sell us only lies and lies and lies. All out is a snow day. Gather your children, let's all play. Losing daylight, approaching hour. See the sun running high and high and high. We are all in this together. What they sell us only lies and lies and lies. Born out, it's a snow day. Gather your children, let's all play. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. If you're lucky, you'll see these two on a tandem bicycle riding down 925. things through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. We just listened to the Gods Hate Texas newest song, Snowday, man, and I'm stoked for it, dude. How are you feeling, Alban?
Oh, man. I've been waiting so long to hear content from these guys, and I'm just over the moon about it, man. I cannot thank them enough for sharing this with us for the first time for everybody to hear, man.
Yeah, man, the production's top notch, and I'm excited to have two members of the Gods Hate Texas on the phone system right now with us on the show. We have Mrs. Catherine Gray. Catherine, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, and it's not Mrs.
I'm sorry, it's Miss Catherine Gray. That's perfect.
That is the one and only Catherine Gray.
That's right.
That's right.
Right. And we also have Ken Evinger on the phone. How you doing, Ken?
Also not a missus.
Right. Hey, hold on. I need a drink.
Not yet, right? Things can change.
To absent friends, to your health. Cheers.
That's right, guys. It's great to have you on the program tonight. Like I said, we just listened to your newest song, Snowday.
Thank you for playing it. That's really cool.
I'm honored to play it for you guys. When I finally got the song last night from Ken, I definitely listened to it like 5-6 times in a row, and I was like, wow. I was like, now I know why they said they were taking our time, we're doing it right. It all makes sense to me now. What a great song. Fantastic job.
Yeah, kudos to Ken for, making it all happen in his amazing studio at his home, and just did a fantastic job. And we have, Ken, 17 or 18 other songs, too?
We have 18 total songs that we recorded, and they're all pretty much ready to go. I think we have a plan of releasing them coming up in not the too distant future.
I gotcha. Well, let's talk about Snowday right now. Tell us about the song. Who came up with the main idea of the song? Who had the general purpose of the song? Give us the background on it.
It's been in the band a little while with before we got Ken, and Dave Barbie wrote it. He wrote the music and brought it into rehearsal, and like we all do, we all just kind of collaborated on it and came up with our instrument parts, and which was pretty much already arranged. He didn't have any ideas for vocals or lyrics or a melody line or anything like that, and I kind of was just inspired right out of the starting gate with a melody, and just kind of ad-libbed a little bit of a melody and then wrote some words, and of course Dave Barbie sang backups with me, and it was weird because we're kind of going back and forth with the tempo. It was going to be really slow at first, almost, just, I don't know how to describe it, but more like a stoner rock kind of groove, but then it kind of found its place, and then when Ken got in the band, it kind of just came together. I wrote the lyrics. It's not about an actual snow day, of course. It's if you listen to the lyrics, it's about nuclear war. So.
Oh, wow.
That being said, you'll have to go back and revisit the lyrics.
The cat is out of the bag.
Yeah, the cat's out of the bag. But I mean, it was at a time where, not to get political, but there was a lot of tension with North Korea and things like that. It's just something that I came up with, and it just kind of works.
I understand. Nice. That's cool. Ken, she said you're the mastermind behind the studio stuff. So Catherine's been on the show before, but this is your first time on the show. So give us a little bit of backstory on yourself, and tell us what, I guess you're the grandmaster of the whole process of the recording, but I want to know, how did you get everybody to sync up to do what you needed to do to put this stuff together?
Wow, that's a hell of a question. I got to tell you, this was probably one of the easiest bands to ever record in the history of recording.
Yes.
We've got
top-notch musicians. Everybody's a great songwriter. Everybody just brings to the table this genuine love for their craft and this genuine ability to play from the heart. And sometimes you just get a really good blend of herbs and spices, and it just happens really well. I was very fortunate to land the drummer's chair, taking over for Doug, who actually took over for me at Super Swank back when I left Super Swank way back in the day. And Cat Gray and Dave Cornwell were the other 2/3 of Super Swank. So I actually knew those guys from back then. Hadn't played with them in a very long time, but I was a huge fan of the band, and I would go down and see them play, especially when they were playing locally, and just really enjoyed all the music they were playing. First time I met Dave Barbie, and really loved his songwriting ability and his guitar playing. And when the opportunity arose, I jumped at the chance to play with them. We did our first show, and the band was like, "Hey, this is great. What are we gonna do next? Hey, let's record. Anyway, we can get into a studio around here. What do you know about?" And I said, "I know of a place."
Yes.
Nice. So the little bit of a backstory on that is, we're going back maybe about 20 years when the recording studios were getting out of hand. All the record companies were kicking everybody to the curb except for the real big money makers, and home recording was just coming into its own. I mean, we're talking break open the computer, flip a couple of dim switches, get out on the internet boards and discuss what works and what doesn't. And so finally we were able to do some really decent home recordings, and then from there you have to figure out that it's the source that goes into the recordings, but at least we had, the technology was just coming of age. So
Right.
I was able to put a unit together and did my own recordings, just kind of sort of as like a guerrilla project, right?
Right.
So I had been collecting gear over the years, basically keeping a toe in the water as far as recordings were concerned, but mostly focusing on other things, other parts of multimedia and that kind of thing. But when the band said, "Hey, we'd like to record somewhere," I'm like, "Well, I think we can pull it off in my studio. Let's all sit down, come over one night, we'll all plug in and we'll see how it sounds. And if you guys are comfortable in the spot and you think it sounds good, then we'll just take it from there. If not, we'll just go to, Omega or Q or Blue or wherever, we can get into." And everybody came in, and it was instant magic. Everybody was so comfortable in the spot. Then it was just the pieces were just falling together, where I had an iPad that can actually control the computer on the other side of the room. So engineering from the drum set, that was a fun challenge.
Yeah, he'd switch hats like every 5 minutes, he had so much to do, but just was so great at it. And it's such a just relief and comfortable just to be in somebody's house instead of, just the tension of being in a room and
feeling like you're on the clock, like you're being
yes,
pushed
on the
out.
clock with the dollars and the, it was like, just that we have to get it right this time. We can't play it 5 times. It has to be done. Which
Right.
You want to do it in 1 or 2 takes anyway, but
Sure.
knowing that you don't have a clock to worry about, where you. But we recorded so many songs in one session. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was magic. It just happened how we were able to just pull it off, and I think we maybe did between 2 and 5 takes of every song that we had at our disposal. And we're talking probably over the course of 2 8-hour days, one weekend, and maybe 16 hours another weekend, and all the basic tracks were done. All of it was done. And I was like, oh my God, this never happens, But the freedom of being able to just work it out on your own time in your own space, You're not under a microscope. Can we try this? Can we try that? You don't have people who are staring at you from behind the glass, kind of like, can you guys please just, do this or do that, or ignoring your, whatever happens in the recording studio. It's a very, very tense situation.
Right.
You're spending lots of money, all these different elements, right?
Yep.
Here it is, you're in a very comfortable space. It's nice and chill, and we start a song, and hey guys, the tempo's just not working. Okay, grab the iPad, change the tempo, hit record, let's go. And it was really that smooth. The challenge was splitting my brain in three. One of them is the sound engineer, the other one is trying to play the drums. So that was pretty much a challenge, but we got through it. I'm really starting to really think that we had some really good magic happening in the studio.
There's no doubt about
did.
it. Yeah, I'm sure you did. You talk about, I was listening to you say how you got the basic tracks down pretty quickly. It was like, wow, that's awesome, right? Now,
Yeah.
I got just being an insider with you guys, which, I'm friends with most of you, I would think. And
All of us.
I know all of you. That's when you found out, Ken, though, guitar players like to re-record their guitar parts over and
Lord.
over
And a lot
and
of them.
over.
A lot of guitar parts. I think I did one song where I did two tracks. I think it was Migraine. Remember I did a low and a high?
Yeah, so you just overdubbed like one part, and we used both of those parts. It wasn't even overdub. It was sort of like this, the second bass part.
It's like a layer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
You layered
That was
there
it.
is. Yeah, there is one person in the band who was very, I got to tell you, but to his credit, this is something very new for a musician to have unlimited access. Anytime you get an idea, we can try it. Anything, you throw spaghetti at the wall, see if it sticks, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, do you mind if we try? No, I don't mind at all. Let's try it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, we know what doesn't work. Thank you very much, And how many people can actually say that, especially when we were growing up, where you could go into a $150,000 recording studio, or whatever, and actually have the ability to be that free and try those things. He's never had that experience before. So good for him for trying it. There were situations in certain songs where it was putting 20 pounds of stuff into a 4-pound bag, but I think we made it work. I really do. As the songs are starting to come out, you'll hear certain songs have a lot more guitar orchestration, if you will, happening.
Yeah, and we
That's
went
a good
outside
term.
the box. We recorded some, couple songs have keyboards on them, and, which we don't have a keyboard player, but we didn't want to go too far in that direction. Like, we can't pull it off live sound, and make the song sound
Right.
completely different. But
Now,
we added a few tasty things, like an acoustic guitar on something, or, the keyboards, or glockenspiel.
Now, who took over the duties of laying those keyboard tracks?
Dave Barbie brought in a friend. His name eludes me, but he was a
George?
one-take wonder. Yeah, was it? Yeah.
George? Is it? I think it's George. That's terrible. We don't know.
Wow, I'm sorry I asked this question.
Well, you can put it in post. How's that, Mr. Editor?
We don't edit anything here.
I can't remember his name. I think it was George and Dave. See, I told Dave Barbie he needed to be on this call too.
So
Anyway,
it was amazing.
he was
Seriously,
great.
we plugged him into the board, and he seemed to really enjoy being here too. There's something about this spot. I guess the energy is really happening, and we literally just busted it out in basically 2 passes for each song. Amazing job, and it was great to have him. It was great to know that that somebody could come in and just lay it down. So.
Right.
That's real cool. That's real cool. Man,
Yeah, and just we brought in we didn't do. I don't think we did direct recording for anything. We all used our amps, and maybe you did a blend, Ken, but it sounded wonderful. I mean, I recorded everything with my go-to studio amp, my old early 70s Ampeg B15.
Yes.
You know, and it just, that amp has never let me down in the studio. And every studio I've ever gone to, I've used one. Because most of the studios now have them. They're just such great little amps to record with.
Yeah, we call that God's amp.
Yeah, it is God's amp. It's perfect.
It is so perfect.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Tell me about your P-Bass real quick, Catherine.
My P-Bass?
Yeah. Which one did you get? Yeah, just tell me about it real quick. Because I just watched this video on the short history of the P-Bass. So I'm just curious what model you got.
I actually have 2 of them.
Nice.
But the one I usually play, the Fiesta Red one that I usually play, is a reissue of a 62 P-Bass, and it's American made, and it's, got the C-neck, and it's basically modeled after the early 60s P-Bass, which is just a chunk of wood. It sounds so warm and has so much sustain, and I love it so much that I bought another one similar to it in Olympic white with the tortoiseshell pickguard. But I just love that era of bass. I prefer that neck, and it's just a killer rock and roll bass. I mean, it just sounds great.
It really is. When you watch the short history on P basses, that's why I'm asking this, because I just literally watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
And I knew you were coming on. I was like, I'm definitely going to ask her about her P basses, because
they're definitely my favorite basses. I mean, I have some other basses. I did record several of the songs that we did on the record. I say record, yes. I did that on my same era, but I have a seafoam green jazz bass.
Oh yeah.
So I did some of the I used to play that exclusively in the surf band I was in, but I did record several tracks, like the mellower kind of more root stuff on the jazz bass instead of the P bass. I did more of the rockier stuff on the P bass.
There you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Me and you are not that much different. Style-wise is what we prefer.
Oh yeah, yep, definitely.
Yeah. I love your selection of what you use and what you use it for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a killer bass player yourself. So
Oh well,
I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. And
I'm a jazz bass guy, Catherine. See, I'm just really diving into what the P bass is, because Alban got his was it last year you got yours?
yeah, about a year ago.
Yeah, it's all good. I got a Jaguar bass that has a PJ pickup configuration on it, so I can get a little bit of P bass action.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You'll come to the dark side once.
I know.
Learn more about the P bass. You'll be buying one.
That's right.
I know that. Trust me. I gotta tempt that expectation. So, hey, all right. So, Ken, you're on the show first time. Tell us about your drum gear. What are we gonna see you play on stage?
Oh wow! It was fun, and I caught some heat from the band as well. But they're all switching guitars, and I'm there switching drums out for certain songs too. I used an old Ludwig rocker for a couple of songs. I used my studio kit, which is a Thai Studio Maples, which are just incredibly wonderful. I've got different sizes I was swapping out, and then did I use another kit? I don't recall, but. I tell you what, I've got this smaller Sonar kit, which is my newer kit, and it just always sounds good. It's good for smaller venues, and then I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna have to come and see the newer kit when you come and see us live. So it's a nice surprise. You'll be like, oh my god, that thing's amazing. Cool. So just stand by on that.
All right.
Stand by on the new one.
All right, cool. That's a tease. Got to go check out the God's Hate Texas in person. See what Ken's playing on.
When is that ever going to happen in this world we live in now?
We all want to know.
That was the next series of questions. I want to know about more music, the planned releases, and the live appearances.
Hey, so let me feel this one real quick, Kat.
Go ahead.
It kind of just came to me one day when we were talking that it would be a kind of a neat idea to maybe just launch one song a week for 18 weeks. It would be a nice little build-up, give things a chance to kind of grow and build, give the audience who's listening something to look forward to each week, give us a little bit more time to see if we can squeeze out a little bit more media for the tunes and that kind of thing. So I think we're going to go for that. We just have to figure out what the first week is going to be. I'm also no stranger to the video decks, and we'll be trying to come up with some cool ideas for visuals for when we launch the songs and stuff like that. But I think Snowday is going to be one of the first that we release, if not the first. But what I'm really excited about is that there's such an incredible diversity of music coming your way from this album. It's amazing. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to get into other people's ears. I've been listening to these songs over and over and over again, learning how to use, the gear that I have and the gear that we bought to make this stuff happen. So I just can't wait to start sharing it with people. And, because the music belongs to the people. So we got to get it to them.
That's right.
Yeah, it never sounds like you're listening to the same song, just, regurgitated. Every song is so different because we all write just in different styles. And it's really unique. Sometimes people think it's a blessing. Sometimes people think it's a curse. But I love it. I personally love it. And as far as more music, Dave Barbie and I are constantly writing. I mean, Ken writes great songs. He has a song we haven't even recorded yet, and a billion other ones. But we've just, during this downtime, we've just been steady writing new material. Dave will send me a song, I'll send him a song, we'll send each other songs, and just, we've got a million songs in the hopper to just keep creating. So we're using the time wisely.
Well, that's the beauty of seeing you guys live. And I've been fortunate enough to play a few shows with you guys over the last couple of years. And the thing I admire the most about what you guys do collectively is the fact that there's a lot of energy. The songs are very different individually, but you have a sound that threads it all together in a communal thing that says, this is the God Save Texas. And the next song is not going to be like the song you just heard, but there's elements of you guys' style in that blends it all together and bonds it together.
That's so great to hear. That means a lot.
That's
I'm glad that we have
a
signature sound, but all of our songs are different.
Right.
So,
and that's the absolute truth, and I'm going to say that. And I call them the Daves. I love the Daves to death. You know that.
Well, they've all
I got to give a shout out to Dave Cornwell. Dave is the man. Yeah,
they've played together for so long. I mean, we all have. Dave Barbie and Dave Cornwell and Keith Burgess and I were in a band eons ago together. I mean, long time ago. And we were in a band called Amok. And I just always admired the way that the Daves just play so well together and don't step on each other's feet. They just have magic, two of them together.
For two guys that are phenomenal in their own right individually, to play together for this many years and still get along and still know their boundaries together on stage is unheard of.
It's unbelievable.
Because
there's just no ego in this band.
Right.
I mean, especially like you said, between guitar.
And then there's Ken. Then Ken comes along,
No, I think ultimately one of the secret ingredients for this band is that there's this love, just a love for each other and a love for the music and a love for what we're doing. And it just, I think, really does kind of come through in the music. You know, we're there to have a good time. We're there to make sure that everybody in the audience is having a good time, and you know that the music is really just kind of, you know, a part of that whole thing. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a rare thing that happens, and it's just coming together so well. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of it, you know, and to just to know, like, even if we haven't talked in a couple of days or two, when we start getting together again on the phones or whatever, it's like nothing's ever changed. You know, the jokes are flying, and you know, the praise is flying, and it's a great thing, man. It's a great thing.
I'm glad that you guys are having a good time and have a sense of humor together.
Yep.
That's the key to survival.
Well,
there's plenty of that in this band.
I hear you on that. What's the ultimate future plans for the band? You know, I mean, I know it's hard to say where you're going to be at now, but you know, from a year from now, are y'all going to have another set of songs coming out? Are y'all going to?
Oh yeah.
I mean, focus.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, so the plan is to keep writing. Y'all like you like the mojo. There's no reason to stop.
Oh,
Yeah, this is really just going to keep going until we can't go anymore. There's licensing. We're going to get the songs out there. We're going to see what kind of movies we can, you know, get the songs into, commercials. I even have a friend of mine who is interested in getting Snowday to the weather stations so that they can play it when we actually have snow. And
but we won't tell them what it's actually about.
Exactly.
Nuclear war. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, there's the songs are very accessible. They're very radio ready. They're very heartfelt. And so, but yeah, I'm really excited about the next wave of recordings too, because I mean, you know, Kat's got some great stuff. We worked on a bunch of stuff that, you know, after we started recording. Dave Barbie just got a computer from Dave Cornwell, and he started putting demos together. I just got one the other day. I love it. And I said to my wife, and I was like, oh, Stace, the second album's going to be so awesome. And, oh yeah, big shout out to the wife for being upstairs taking care of everything while the band was down here making music. That was awesome. So make sure I plug her, and the rest of the band has such a great support behind it, you know, otherwise we'd be doing this much differently.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I understand that. Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well, dudes, this has been awesome tonight. Appreciate the time. We got one last question for you. Catherine, you've answered this question before, but we're going to let you do it again.
Oh, but it's going to be the same answers.
Well, you can recap Cliff Notes version. But we really want Ken's answer. So we'll let Catherine refresh us with her answers, and then we'll get Ken. So we call it the best gig, worst gig. You answer in any order you like, but you got to answer both. What does the Gods Hate Texas got for the Gurus tonight? Catherine Gray.
No, it doesn't have to be this band, though, right?
It could be any band.
Anything you want.
Okay, yeah, because this band's never had a bad show.
I like that.
That's a great answer. Fantastic
I mean,
answer.
you know, because we enjoy playing. But anyway, best show, I'll recap, was my surf band a couple years ago in Livorno in Italy playing the Surfer Joe Festival. It was fantastic. It's nighttime, full moon, Mediterranean Sea, thousands of people there. It was amazing. Worst gig ever, Super Swank, that stupid Hogs to Heroes show in a parking lot in Solomons. It was about 300 degrees outside.
I remember that.
Yep. Nobody was there, and Dave Cornwell and I just wanted to go home and burn our gear when we got there.
That's right. I remember that story.
I remember that.
That was...
I like the refresh.
Awful.
I like the refresh.
So awful.
That's good stuff. Awesome.
Okay, Ken's turn.
All right, Ken, it's your turn. What do you got for best gig, worst gig?
Oh, on the spot here. This is kind of tricky. Let's see, where do I start? Okay, so the worst gig. I've had a lot of challenging gigs over the years, but the one that stands out the most is the one that we never got to do. And that was going back in the 90s when we were booked and starting to really get close to selling out the Bayou. And we got a call from Lisa saying, hey, we're going to have to bump you from the night. And I was like, why? And she goes, oh, well, there's this, you know, the band's coming in. It's Dave Matthews. And I'm like, Dave who? And she said, "Oh, you've never heard of him? Oh, you will." And I'm like, "Okay, standing by. Can we open up for him?" Nobody opens up for Dave Matthews. So we're going to have to take the night because he wants it. We never did the show. We had to sell all the tickets back, give everybody their money back, and
God, that's terrible.
So, I'm telling you, like I said, the worst gig was the one that never happened, and that one was going to crush. Man, we had such a great set up for that. Almost sold out show at the Bayou. And so I never met Dave, but I have a story for him when I do. The best gig, one of the best gigs that I've ever done, thanks to Linda Fetterman from Prestige Media, we got into the band box of the Washington Post. She was doing our press back then and did up a press release. We got picked up, got in the band box, and we were doing a show at the Bayou. The band was called Feel, F-E-E-L, and the little article was about how music was more in the body, and you don't just hear it with your ears, you feel it with every part of your body. And lo and behold, the show sells out the next night, and I look out in the audience when we're playing, and I noticed that the majority of the audience on the dance floor was from Gallaudet. They were deaf. And here they were, deaf, and dancing to my music.
Wow.
That blew me away.
Right.
Now, fortunately, it was my band. I got to play and sing out front. And that was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had as an artist. And it taught me a lot about music and how it really does reach people and, crosses borders like that. So there's my best gig story for you.
That is a beautiful
That's
story,
cool.
Ken, man.
That's cool.
I mean, seriously, I've heard a lot of people tell stories about gigs in the last couple years. That really just resonates on a different level. That's incredible, man. Great experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been very lucky, very fortunate. What a great career so far. I'm fortunate and blessed to be supporting some awesome musicians over the years and getting to meet great guys like you who are doing this awesome stuff like this show, man. Keep it going and, keep it growing.
That's our plan, man. We're going to report on
Absolutely,
the
guys.
scene.
You're doing such a cool thing, and I just want to say real quick in closing that I'm sad that I know our music's great and it's coming out, but I'm sad that we're missing our buddy Frankie Clark, and he loved our band and won't get to hear our music, but maybe he will be really hearing it from somewhere. So he was always very supportive of our band and our originals and stuff like that. So he was a good dude, and he's missed every day. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big time. I actually had that in my notes to mention too, Kat, so thanks for taking the reign on that. He was a great guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have him on your show?
Oh, yeah.
We got his last interview.
Yeah, we think we got his last documented interview from a real media corporation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
when he
right.
came on, and he spent like an hour with us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to go back and try to find that and listen to it, because I'd like to hear it.
We can shoot you the episode link.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Hopefully we'll be playing out, I don't know, sometime, somewhere.
Well, as soon as you guys get settled, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Do you guys know any thing about the Rocktoberfest issue? I mean,
nothing we can talk about right now, but we're working on it.
oh, okay. All
We're
right.
working
That's
on it.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first time I got on the show, last year's Oktoberfest. Remember, I came over
Right.
to the booth, and
Yeah.
God knows what I said, but I pretended that I didn't know you guys were doing a show. Hey, guys, what do you got there? Microphone? Cool.
Yeah, I want to try. Can I try that? That'd be great. Can I do this?
All right.
It's not an amusement ride. It's 5 tickets. 5 tickets, sir. But next time you guys get out when you guys get back out for the first time, I'll be there. I'm gonna jump up and play the potato like nobody's business.
Yeah, play that potato.
Play that potato.
We'd be honored to have you.
Kat knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All right, good deal. Well, thanks again for coming on tonight. Thanks again for letting us play the first song out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The production quality's high. It's it's just awesome, man. I just love that this music's being made locally. That's the other killer part.
That's right.
So, good stuff. But Catherine Gray, Ken Evinger, thank you again. Alban, what else you got before we go?
I was just going to give a big old Dan Alban thing that I do. Where I go like this. Ken Evinger, Catherine Gray, Dave Cornwell, Dave Barbie, The Gods Hate Texas, the premiere of Snowday right here on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, episode 80. Get over there, check it out. Give those guys some love. It was a pleasure and an honor having you guys with us tonight. We are looking forward to the rest of everything you have for us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
All right. Peace. Boom. There they are, dude. Gods Hate Texas, man.
Awesome.
Dude, that was a cool interview, man.
Very cool.
I loved having Ken on the show, getting his take.
Yeah.
And seeing that he's the architect of
He's the Wizard of Oz with all this, man.
Yeah, I can relate, man.
Yep, you know.
I know, dude. It's cool, man, and he handles it well, man.
Very, very much so.
The song's cool.
Because it's one thing to engineer a project or record a project, but you're actually playing in the project too at the same time. That's a lot of responsibility, a lot of work.
Yeah, man.
That's a serious commitment.
Wow.
And he handled it like a champ.
Yeah, man. Recordings are awesome. So that's been cool, man. What a great show tonight, dude.
Great show tonight.
And dude, we're coming in right at where we want to be at.
Yeah.
Right. This is the sweet spot.
That's right, man.
So, man, dude, that's cool. Wow, dude. Let's recap. All right? Let's recap the night away. So when we started, we got Mr. Higgins on. So when we started tonight, we got Mr. Higgins on from the Southern Maryland Chronicle for Higgy on the Beat. We went over to 10-ounce, 12-pack sampler.
That's right.
That was really cool.
Great to have him back this week.
Right, man. And stay tuned for the full music schedule release on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Thank you, Lynn Arion.
Lynn Arion. He just calls around and puts it all together, man. My hat's off to him.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. Then we did the Island Music Guitar of the Week. That super awesome PRS SE Hollow Body 2 with piezo pickup system.
That's right.
And Peacock Blue.
Wide fat
neck. The wide fat neck car.
I paid attention.
Right. No, that was an awesome guitar. Go to the store, check it out. And then we got Sean Kirkpatrick on to talk Sean in 60 Seconds. This week we talk about the Lincoln Park conspiracy thing. I really didn't realize it went down that hole that much. I just wanted to bring up the joke I made on the Facebook post. I'm a Lincoln Park first album fan.
Well, yeah, you can be that, right?
I just like the first album and maybe the Transformer song for a minute. That's it.
Right. I get it.
Other than that, I don't know about him.
Yeah. Other than that, you're still getting Sean in 60 seconds. It's his segment. He brought what he had to bring to it.
Right. And I was like, wow, man. Research, I guess. Go for it, brother.
Yeah. You are a man on the streets.
Let it consume you, dude.
You're our Les Nessman.
Right. Les Nessman. Right. Exactly, man. And then, of course, we took a break and came back and premiered the Gods Hate Texas newest song, Snowday. Then we interviewed Catherine Gray and Ken Evinger from the band on the phone and got to learn all about the song, man.
Yeah.
That was cool, man. I loved having them on, man.
Yeah, it was great to get in and dissect just a fraction of what they've been doing. This one song, you're talking about 17, 18 songs they've recorded for this thing. This is just the first one that we're getting to hear. Imagine. So we got to dissect that.
Right.
And it was so awesome to be able to do this.
Yeah, it was real cool. Hopefully we can have them back on for another song in their list of how they're releasing them.
I'm sure we could.
Yeah.
They got enough content.
They got enough. So, yeah, we'll see what's up with that. Thanks to the sponsors, Island Music, Southern Maryland Chronicle, Allied Renovations, Christopher Lane Tattoos, and, of course, Cooper Construction for all your site maintenance solutions.
That's right.
So that's what we got for this week, man. Next week's show, let me pull out this thing and see if I can preview anything.
See, I like this. For all the people that hang on till the very end, You get the inside scoop. For all you people who are getting ready to click off now and say goodnight, you don't get the inside scoop.
Nope. Let's see what I got here.
Next week, episode 81.
Yeah, we're going to have Wes Spangler back on. Check in
Wes
with him.
is back.
Yeah,
All
man,
right.
he's got stuff to promote.
Nice.
And he wants to come on desperately. So I got him back. Last time we had him on, he was on the side of the interstate in his truck, not feeling well.
Yeah, he was not feeling
so
well.
I definitely have a sympathetic spot from us for Wes. So he wants to come on. He's going to be on next week.
Awesome.
We'll keep it light with him.
This could be his 4th appearance, I believe.
Yeah, he's family here, man. He's a good dude. He came on in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, he helped us out in the beginning. So anytime he needs to come on, as long as it's not too often, too soon. But no, it's post-COVID. We actually talked to him during COVID. So or right when it first started. It was like right there.
That's right.
So I want to get his take on after it. So it's actually a perfect time for him to come back on.
Yeah, this will be great.
So yeah, I look forward to catching up with him on that. So that'll be episode 81 next week. And of course, we'll have Guitar of the Week, Sean and Higgy. It'll be fun, man.
That's right.
Another quick one. I hope, that's our goal every week between 1 hour and 30, 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to.
But we'll go as long as we need to. We won't stop,
Absolutely.
but I can't do 3-hour shows anymore.
No, we've done some of those, and oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, we got to keep it. We got to keep it good, man. And I'm digging the new format. It's chilling. We're doing it. People are loving it, and they're going back to listen again.
That's right.
We see that. But man, what a great show this week, man.
I couldn't be happier, man.
Anything else you want to say before we go?
I don't have
we
any
got free time.
We've got a little bit of free time, but I don't want to burn it up. I'm happy. I'm excited. I love all you guys, and I'm glad to see you guys are back out playing, and you've got gigs lined up, and that makes me ecstatic.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate to say that you guys are doing. See, look at me. I wasn't ready for this. All right, you guys be good, be safe. I'm glad to see you guys are out playing again. In a couple weeks, I'll be out for my first time again. I'm excited. Support each other the best you can, but be safe doing things. So, yeah, that's all I got, really. Just be good to each other, man.
Right, and real quick, it was Chuck Pearson on keyboards. Chuck.
I almost said that.
Chuck Pearson.
I almost
Not
said
George.
that. Not George. I was like, I almost said, you talking about Chuck Pearson?
Yep.
And I didn't want to be embarrassed to go, no, not him. Like, well, why not? He played on one of my recordings. I love Chuck Pearson. He's a great dude.
Yeah. So that's what we got. That's what we got.
Yeah.
That kid's still peeping in.
In here in the studio, there's always information coming in constantly.
Right.
Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing.
Right. But that's cool, man. Dude, I'm ready, man. I'm spent. Dude, we'll get out of here and do this next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this again next week.
Cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio, and we will check you guys again next week.